The suggested number of trees, even as we plant many, is 80 trees. Is 80 trees on behalf of Raila Odinga. Just even as we remind ourselves, we planted 71 trees on behalf of Wangari Maathai. President Ruto planted 56 trees on one of his birthdays. Today we plant 80 and hundreds more because of honoring the Plant Your Age campaign and for everyone to participate in this day. This is a sad day for Kenya indeed, a day that we must all gather ourselves together and check what has helped us to reach where we are. For Raila, it's not about the 5 times that he fought for the elections. It's not just about many other things that we have all talked about. It is also about the zeal to protect the environment, the choice to lose elections and pick the environment. He fought for Mau. He set up what was best that is still remembered today that later became Kenya Water Towers Agency. He did quite a lot, and on matters of environment, I really honor him, and I believe it is an opportunity because he honored us. He chose to lose the votes against the issue of environmental conservation. The only way that we can honor him is to plant 80 trees in his commemoration. And therefore, institutions of learning, institutions of corporate, to establish Raila Green Corner. And we can be able to see him daily and stand for what he stood for. Churches are leading in this process, and it is part of the wider initiative of planting trees equivalent to your age, and therefore calling upon all Kenyans not only to plant trees in commemoration of Raila Odinga, but also to commemorate their own activities and life achievements for God's glory, because we are called to be stewards of the environment. Tree growing, environmental conservation, and all that goes with it is godly. And it is a responsibility that has been given to all of us to participate, is biblical, and that kind of stewardship can only be done for God's glory. So it is everybody's responsibility to participate in such a profound activity and event. And I cannot thank our senior pastor, who is so visionary, together with the pastoral team, for choosing a day specific to work on this. Pastor, may God bless you. This is biblical, this is the word of God, and it is a word in action. And then the trees that you will plant, you keep nurturing them in a nursery or in a pot, and they keep growing as the hole is made easier to do that. Tuko sawa? Haya. Tuanze kutafuta ni nani mayuthi wenye wanasema tuko job saa hii, na tutatimba hizo mashimo, na mtu mwenye anasema ako tayari kwenda. Those people who work, and now we have started, they know. You look out for a video on the outcomes. Okay, just a minute. How to plant a tree successfully.
a tree here.
Yeah. That is 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet. So we want to check now whether we have achieved that. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Haya. Kaganga. I think we are there. Hata tukipata 80% ni sawa. Hiyo pande moja, pande ya pili imebaki kidogo lakini ni sawa, na ya chini pima chini sasa kwenda chini. Okay? Si imetoshea? Sikujipigie makofi basi. Everybody who participated, let us. Okay? Now this rocky soil, you don't want it below. You want the tree to identify better food and eat that food other than from a rocky place. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to mix the topsoil, most of the topsoil. I want someone else to come. Oblong or square or whatever with corners. Never plant a tree in a round hole. Why? Because its roots are very soft. When they hit a place that takes that shape, they will continue to take that shape, eat everything that is in that space, and then return. Okay? Yeah. When the corners are in existence, somehow as it grows, the rooting grows stronger and it hits the borders and goes now beyond that place. Are we together? Under. Are we together? Yeah. You can create a very good ecological system and infrastructure using trees. It's very special architectural space. I'm sure architects, you can alternate those that flower in this season, alternating with others that flower in a different season and different colors, so that if you want your driveway as a yellow or orange or red, you know that you planted them for that purpose. So you feeding them in a small space for them to grow. There are two secrets. The bigger the size of the hole of the tree, the higher the chances of survival. The bigger the seedling is, the better for the tree to survive and move faster when the time comes for it to do that. So you balance both.
This plant is good at this environment. It likes hot air environment. It has good shade. Also by look, it looks good. It has beauty. Yeah, from an
shed a lot of leaves and all that. But this is a very nice tree also for the region. It grows very fast and perfect for this place.
Let's count.
The guava. Haya. Hapo kuna
Okay. 16.
16.
16. All right.
19.
Haya.
Sycamore tree. Hands up.
Count even these small hands over here.
Says it.
Haya. Nasi amesema. Haya. So, and I think this will also show how a big hole and the right size of a hole can make the difference. Yes. Now let me tell you, inaweza kuliwa na wanyama, mahali inaweza kupotea, in a way watu wanacheza, wanang'oa wanaenda nayo. Tuko sawa? Yeah. Then na mbuzi ya waguzi. Are we there? Moja inaitwa siamea. Okay? It has yellow mkengeka. Alama isi umuti wa ukamba wita mkengeka. Inamea kabisa, hakuna mbuzi ya Now, next level. Do you see the center of the hole? We have agreed that we are planting this one here. And we are going to plant the others ahead.
Even the others?
It is only this size. Are we together?
Yes.
Haya, nani yako hapa sasa? At the center of the hole. Just So this one we are going to nurture it so much and make sure that it works. So you can you massage the soil, you massage the tree, so that you can reuse the plastic that is here. Okay? So unafanya hivyo, alafu with your 2 fingers you hold here and try now to remove. Pastor, come and help us to do this. Yes. If there is no enough soil,
Wow, it's shaped perfect.
so this is reusable.
Yes.
Okay? Now remember we have our tree. Nani amechoose kuja hapa?
We'll use
Na to watch what we are going to do after this. Okay? Haya, tuende chini. Toa hii rungu yetu sasa. It's always advisable to kneel for your tree. By the way, it appreciates. Eh?
Please don't.
Unaipropose here. Yeah? So bring some soft. Now I want you to understand this competing with the tree. That is why we agreed that all this must be done ahead of time. Right now there are so many competitors of the food inside going to try to compete with the food of this specific tree. So now the next thing is to create where the water can settle. Okay, so we need more soil from outside. Now at this point, look at what I'm doing. You're trying to get this soil that to farm up and mix with the existing soil that is here before you do the watering. So now let's put now the soil outside. Let's bring it in. Soil. So our mwiri tree, this is a direct competitor, mbaya mbovu. Okay? So you try and remove that. Planting the tree, make sure that the size, the point at which the soil that was originally there, you don't cover, because it might cause some effect to the tree seedling where it was growing. So you keep it on the same size and position where it was on the paper bag that it was there. Keep removing as much of this as possible. So the first day you put as much water as you can until you see that the soil imetulia and cannot take more water. It is enough to do 2 buckets or 3 buckets, and then two times in a week, continuously for like a month before the rains settle. For this region, it is best to plant trees during the short rains because there will be a rest. Yeah. Questions?
Tell them when is short rains.
Short rains ni hii sasa ya October, November. That is the short rains. And by the way, these short rains have been predicted to plant during the rains. Then you do as much as you can, and then you plan to collect to do rain harvesting, water harvesting at that time. The next thing is to make sure that you can fence off these tree seedlings. You can use twigs. You can build a wall around it, or whatever it is that you believe that is going to be.
Let's ask Patrick. Patrick, who voted?
Nainua mbili.
Walikuwa wanavotia kwa mali.
We still give it more.
So itawacha hivyo mpaka maji.
The water will settle at some point, and you can water again later because the soil is loose, so it's going to settle very easy.
Hapana.
Sasa utani hotspot baadaye, simu yangu hii nizima. Hii nizima. I think hata Ken labda try kupiga ka
Ken amepiga tena.
Ile mmeagria je, so tumtumie
Nasema tumtumie na mapema. Ukipanda. Unaona hii si ni poa?
Kuna camera person naweza muomba picha. Acha niombe. Hizi ni nima
Na nini?
za kutumia Ken kama anataka za TV, za newspaper still
Na kuna kamera anataka za page. Huyo yako, si yako anataka za gazeti.
Si kuna camera person. Nimwambie tumtumie picha mbili za hiyo.
Yeah, you can.
Si ndio?
Yeah, inaweza watu maybe.
Now I want you to see this tree. Look at the roots. They explain everything that's outside there. So in this case, the plastic paper may not be reused because it's already eaten up. And if you feed these roots, the tree will grow so fast. And that is the reason why we are doing what we are doing. Because we want to give feed to the rooting system. Okay? So here we...
You can just hear this one.
You massage. The first thing is to keep the soil together so that you don't expose the roots. Immediately you do that. Yeah?
So there's also the way you can do it.
Slowly so that you don't lose the soil. Yeah. So that the whole size... sorry Patrick, I'm doing your job.
Yes, the size of the hole is the same in terms of the depth as this soil. So that this top part should be just flat on the top.
You can scoop na mikono.
Then hapa tutakuja tushikia.
Hatuoni ukipropozia.
Boss move kidogo kando.
We need a lady here. Kwanza ladies ndio walipigia hii meeting. Watoto wakuje pia. Kids come mami.
Mchanga hivyo, alafu unakuja una make sure umeshikisha hiyo na mchanga hivyo.
You don't do two, you can lose it. So no, Patrick, do the way 360.
Yes. Okay. So we keep on pressing until zishikane kabisa na mchanga hiyo ya mtu.
Make sure it's straight. Perfect. Now you do the next.
So the next thing was
wider.
we need to make sure just wide. Make sure it's wide enough.